What's up, everybody? It's your boy Officer D back with another video. Or live. Either or. See some people come on in. What's going on, everybody? Let's see. Man, this thing always lags. What's going on? Put some comments in. Let's talk about some stuff. I ain't posted all week. Been busy. What's going on with y'all, man? Let's get some comments coming in. I ain't been up for too long. Got off work this morning. Long freaking morning. Need to start carrying some 5-hour energy drinks with me again. I stopped carrying them. But them shits work. And they work good. Too good. Had you open about 10 seconds. Right after you take it, they working. So one of the problems I have is I can't see comments for some reason. There we go. So mine popped up. So let's start sending in some comments. Start talking. It's working now. All right. Last time it didn't work. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I had to go. I don't know why it does that. I agree, man. Snapchat be where it's at. It's the hardest part about law enforcement. I don't know, man. I guess it depends on what you're kind of doing. Like patrol-wise, I guess a lot of people say going like call to call all the time. But I actually like going to call every time. It's lit. I guess the hardest thing is like paperwork. Keeping up paperwork. I'm horrible at I'll be honest, I'm horrible at doing the follow-up paperwork for something. Like getting a report done, I can do. Like we charge felonies, we got to do a felony packet. That's due within a month. And you just got to compile so much stuff about that person, your incident, your evidence, all that stuff, and send it off to the DA. I'm horrible with doing that. So that's my hardest part. Getting that evidence in. What's up? How's the chef? Anything eventful? So started off busy. We just first call of the day was some guy saying that some Pakistanians were coming to blow up the city. He was standing in one of our hotels in the back of the parking lot, in the back of a dumpster. He comes out like they're about to blow up the city, blah, 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 blah. And in like 3 seconds, I just thought, I was like, oh man, we just arrested them 3 hours ago. And he went freaking insane, just like saying, thank you, trying to shake my hand. And he was good. He left after that. So what you do, you just make up some stuff. They'll believe it. I had one call. This happens a lot, but my first ever call, I remember doing it. This lady said there were people inside of her house laying on her couch. She was crazy. There's nobody inside. But I go inside, you let her talk for a little bit, and then you're like, I look at the bed, which there's nobody there. I was like, let's go. Get out. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just talking to myself. I'm not going to tell you anymore. Let's go. Get out. And I walked them out of the door, and she was very appreciative. But you got to make sure they're seeing what you doing. So as you're walking them out the door, you're like, you see them walking, right? You see them walking out the door? And yeah. Oh, yeah. Just play with them a little bit. Oh, you did? Okay, gotcha. Thanks. Why does police look like 2 words? And it is 2 words. Police. Did I ever speak to my friend? Yes. I tried to get him to come on live. He will not do it. I'm going to send you a follow email. He said you can email him. So I'll give you his email. I'll respond back to your email. But he said, I asked him about it, and he said he just had to really focus on this polygraph. So his Tourette's, he does, like, I make fun of him all the time. He does this. And then he starts to do this like every 3 seconds, and it can get really bad sometimes. But I would imagine that was pretty bad in polygraph. So he said they took 7 breaks, and he just had to really focus to get through it, but he got through it. You see me trolling that rookie on the snap? That was funny as crap. That was actually one of my explorers. He just became a police officer. This is his first month. I think he's been with us 2 weeks now. Been on the street 2 weeks. And we had to go strip search a guy, and I was called to do it. You got to have 2 officers. And I seen him in the car. So I'm like, all right, come on. Let's go. You're up. And he's like, man, his FTO was inside the building. But I was like, come on, you're up. Let's go. And I seen him not roll those windows up. I'm like, all right, noted. So we get done with the strip search. His FTO calls him to do something else. Perfect timing. Don't leave those windows down. That was the first thing. The second step will be moving his car to a completely different place. That's happened before. Come out the PD and your car is gone because people are fucking with you. Oh, yeah. Is a taser effective? 100%. Is the Border Patrol worth it? I ain't been to Border Patrol. One of my old beat partners went to the Border Patrol Academy. I believe he said he failed too many tests, so now he's with us. But I think he liked it for a while he was there, I guess, but I don't know. Heading to the academy in a few months here in Florida. Any tips? Stay focused, get in shape, study. Play the game. Every time it's going to be a game. They start messing with you, meaning the instructors, just play the game, go with it. Don't get annoyed. this isn't really dealing with nervousness. You just go in there and take your test. And that'll be it. It's not too much nerves wise for that. You'll be cool with that. As long as you're not crazy. If you're crazy, you may not make it. I'm waiting to be sworn in, United States citizen. The process you take between 1 year, 18 months. Trying to start the process. Yeah. That is true. Application, I applied. I remember the exact day. It was in February. I don't know how it happened, but I heard back from them the next day. Telling me that I can move forward in the process, which the next step was just a longer application online. So after that, then I think the process started, like the oral interview, something like that. It took, I think, exactly 4 months. Exactly 4 months. And that mine was rushed. Like I didn't stay many places. I was 20. I had no criminal history or anything. So mine was pretty much rushed, and they were trying to get us in that class in August. So, and anytime they needed something from me, I turned it in the next day. Like when I had to go get my stuff from the courts, criminal history, that was done the same day I got the email. It was turned in the next day. Everything was done the next day they sent the email. So, I mean, if you go fast with them, then you can stay on top of your stuff, they can stay on top of theirs. It can move a little faster. Yeah, I mean, depending on how old you are, if you're a teenager, you do Explorer program, great way to get into the police department. But yeah, volunteer, they got positions like that. Some people come in and they do our police record technicians. I don't know if it's actually an entryway into police. I don't know. But you can do that, find a civilian job, PD, get in that way. Something like that. If you can't think of videos to upload to YouTube, just download your Snapchat stories and upload them. That's good content. Yeah, that's just for Snap. That's just for the Snap. How much did you get paid you first started? Honestly, I don't remember, man. I don't remember. Did I have to cut my hair? I don't really have long hair, so I have facial hair though. And the first day I walked, this was like way before the academy. So my department hires you before the academy. Basically, you just sit around, talk to everybody else that got hired until you go to the academy. Sometimes they'll have stuff for you to do. They needed us some foul fingerprints one day. Needed us to clean brass off the range for people that were shooting at the range one day. Whatever they needed us to do, we did. But the first day I walked in, I got yelled at for my hair. Don't know why, because our policy is only you got to cut your hair in uniform. So I don't know. Can you apply at 19? Some places will take you younger than 21. So yes, you can in some states. In my state, you cannot. Can I do one when I'm at work? I've already done one when I was at work. My department has spoken about my videos, and while they did not say they did not want me doing it at work, I think it'd be best that I don't. I work some off-duty gigs, which would be all right to do. They didn't really comment on the video when I was at work, but I'm just gonna stay away from at work. Maybe when I'm off duty though, do something then. Did I get paid by an academy? Yes. It's the biggest thing to remember. Don't go to the academy for free or paying for yourself. If you got to, do it, but try to get hired on somewhere first, get paid while you're going. Because man, it's expensive as hell to put yourself through the academy. And you will find a job? Nah. How big is Smiling Fish and got the keys to your own squad car? Pretty big. But we got the keys 2-3 weeks before we actually got our cars. So that quickly faded away. I don't know why they did that, but they gave us the keys. They said, go look at your car. And that was it. We were still in FTO. That was it until our shadow phase. And then our shadow phase, we got in the car, but our FTOs had to like tow behind us. They didn't. They were in the area, but did I actually got to drive it? Yes, by myself. Man, I had a TikTok. I took all those down, but I had one. Do you see yourself moving to work as a police officer somewhere else? No. I am content where I'm at. I don't like switching jobs. I don't like starting over. That's just that. Advice for newbies: play the game, get through it. I think I told the story already. When we first started, it was 6 of us, I think. One of the dudes would always be like, man, you're not going to make it. Like, he would tell some of us that just to be funny. Like, whatever we did, he'd just be like, man, you're not going to make it in FTO. They're going to kill you. And it's the funniest shit. We were just talking about this yesterday. Our first day. So we got done with the first day. We came in the second day. This dude was in the resource room on the computer, on the PD computer, looking for another job. He's like, man, I'm not going to make it. He's like, the FTO is horrible. I got to find me another job. And he was like, serious. He was about to cry. But you just got to play the game. He got through it. We all got through it. Just play the game. Tahoe or Charger? Charger. There's some talks about us going to Tahoes. Let's hope not. Don't want a Tahoe. Do you think it's a good idea to self-sponsor yourself? I mean, if you got to, I think that should be the last choice, though. I would definitely try to get hired somewhere, or at least sponsored somewhere by somebody. I would definitely try to get hired first, though, because you're getting paid to go to the academy, and you got a job waiting for you to get out. You self-sponsor yourself, and you're paying all that money. You probably won't be working while you're in the academy. And then you still got to look for a job at the end. Like, just try to get a job first. Is the gas free? For me, I guess. Not for the city. They give us a card. You can go to any gas station. Or you go to the city pumps. Biggest highlight? I guess the day I signed my conditional offer, I guess. So that's at the end. Application process, you're anxious as hell. So, like, I'm checking my emails every day. Like, what's the follow-up? Like, what's next? What's next? And I had to wait a few weeks for the polygraph exam because they had to do polygraph exams. Also did the fire department, which I didn't think they had to do polygraph exams, but apparently firemen got to do polygraphs too. But they had to do fire department, so I had to wait a couple of weeks, I think a month actually, before I could do a polygraph, and that was like, that drove me crazy. Police department normally hires at 18. I think you should wait till 21 for more life experience or not. I already know what life experience you're gonna gain from 18 to 21. To be honest, unless you go like college. I mean, it ain't that much of a gap. You're gonna be who you are. If you feel like you're ready at 18 and they hire 18, go for it. If you feel like you need some more growing up to do, then wait. I'm gonna put this up real quick. If anybody does want to come in, you come in on here and actually talk. Put that up. Let's see. It's actually somebody to talk to, you know? Tahoes look so nice with their hubs. That is 100% true. And I don't want a huge ass car. I like my Charger. I think it's comfortable. I like the speed of my Charger. It's old as hell. It's a 2013. But, you know, they said we were going to switch into Tahoes because the 2021 Chargers, they switched from the V8s, and I used the V6 all-wheel drive, and we still wanted the V8s, so they were going to switch to Tahoes. I'm all right with that. Just get my Charger. I'll take the 2020 Charger. All right. If I wasn't a officer, what would I be doing? Teaching. So my second plan was to be a high school math teacher. I don't know how that worked out, but that was my second plan. Let's see. If I were to fail the polygraph test because I lied about the previous drug use, like cocaine, would I be disqualified from getting a job as a police officer? You won't be disqualified from every agency because you really only lied to that one. But you will be disqualified from that one. And I said the other day on some video that no one really gonna take you for like cocaine, something like that. And somebody said you gotta wait 10 years. I've never heard of that 10-year rule. All right. As far as I know, typically for cocaine, stuff like that, they would not take you. I'm not gonna go too far into this, but somebody in my academy did some stuff. But he knew the chief of that department, like personally. So I don't know what they worked out, but most places will not take you with cocaine or like hard drugs like that. Have I ever had to fight sleep? Yes, last night. Oh yes. So I found my new parking spot. It's gated in. We were busy. We stopped. No calls. And for a second, I was like, all right, I'm due. Bruh, don't ever do that at work. Don't ever just for a second. Don't ever say that. Don't ever say that because your ass be sleeping the next 30 seconds. What's up, man? How do you stay awake? I push through. My friend said he was so nervous he felt the potty 5 times, past the 6. Ours will not. I haven't heard of. I walked in one day and saw a list on their board of like people going through the process or people next to take polygraphs, and they had this long list of like failures for the polygraph. That list is way longer than the ones that passed it. Once they find out you're a liar, they're usually done with you. I guess this department that he went to just really needed people, so they gave him six chances. I don't know about that. Have I had to train newbies? Not as an FTO. I've done traffic stops. So I've trained the traffic stops. That's my thing. Do I miss the 2011 Crown Vics? I never drove a Crown Vic other than a spare on the lot. So my car broke down somehow, and when I started, right now we have no Crown Vics left, like none. There's none to check out. But when I first started, that's basically all the spares was Crown Vics. So I drove a Crown Vic, but they were so raggedy and beat up. Like you driving down the street like this with the wheel turned like this, that's going straight. So I never had the joy of driving a Crown Vic. I wish I did. Do I? I think I wish I did. I don't know. I like my Charger. Let's see. Good luck, man. My department didn't have to meet the chief. We didn't meet with the chief until after the academy. Let's see. Have I ever had a call that scared me? There's been a few. See, I don't like about stuff like that. There's been a few. All right, but it ain't your obvious scares, right? So I don't like. I don't like cats. Okay. When I start seeing 20, 30 cats in your house, it's a no-go for me. All right. That is what makes me like rethink this job. Ain't no way in hell I'm walking in your house with 20, 30 cats. I don't really care if it's 5 or 4. Let that shit go. Scared otherwise, let's see. To me, I want to say like the ones that really make you like damn, like being on your tippy toes are like the business alarms, because you never know when there's going to be actually somebody in there. And a lot of times, say I work in an area that's they classified a portion of my zone as a high drug and crime area, right? But everything else in my beat is all factories. So I get a lot of factory alarms. And a lot of officers tend to get complacent when doing that type of stuff. Not me, because you never know that one time somebody's actually going to be there. And it actually happened. I didn't even catch the guy, but I went to one factory and it's fenced all the way around. No way for me to get in. So I'm like, there's no way for anybody else to get in. So me and my officer, my partner, which they usually only send one of us. They sent 2 this time though. But me and him, we're like, all right, let's go ahead and leave. Well, then I start seeing this truck drive towards the gate from inside. Actually, no. The owner starts driving to the gate from the outside, and we're walking our way to go speak to the owner. Well, then a car comes from the inside to the gate too. And before we can make it, that bro tried to drive past the owner. Brad went in, stole all the goddamn tools, most of all, loaded up a truck, stole the goddamn truck, and tried to drive right past us. Look, never know when somebody can be in the buildings. Running 1/2 miles, no joke, but I finished second. I was looking at different agencies in California that will now hire former weed smokers if they've been clean for 3 years or more. Is that the same where you are? You gotta only be clean 1.5 years, but is it a year? A year? Might be a year. But I think if you say you're using like every day and you only stopped a year ago, then maybe that might be a problem. If Batman did exist, would police really be against him? I don't know. I'm not against nobody. Absolutely. How do I feel when a rookie gets a new car? That's literally what happened in my department. Everybody that started after me has a newer car than me. Not everybody, but 90% of the people that started after me have got a newer car than me. So my B partner started, my old partner, he's only been here 1.5 years. And he got moved to the opposite rotation about a month ago, 2 months ago. I see this dude at the hospital this morning, and he's in, I think, a 2019 Charger. Meanwhile, I'm in the 2013 Charger. Happens every day. Every day. And I'm just like, wow. You know, I don't even know. I actually had my captain, this is a long time ago, but I had my captain try to pull some strings to get me another car. It didn't work. Didn't work at all. Is it possible to have a second job? I don't know. Some agencies will allow you to. My agency will not for some reason. So when I first got hired, I worked at a grocery store. I loved working at the grocery store, but I got hired. We didn't went to the academy yet, and I was like, "Can I keep that job until like up to the academy or something like that?" And they said no. So I don't know. The time you had to fight someone or draw your gun. Look at that. I remember what it was called, like something McDonald's parking lot. That was like the first fight I got to. I never got into a fight and had to draw my gun on somebody. That's never happened. What's up, man? If a child has pointed a gun at you, would you really make the decision to shoot the child or risk being killed? It kind of depends on the situation. If you got time, try to talk to the kid. But in that situation, it's, are you ready to die? If you say yes, do you let him shoot you? If you say no, then you also know your answer too. Have I ever seen Banshee? Good show. No. The last video I did too, I said The Rookie was not a good show. Somebody came with me yesterday and said they loved The Rookie. I don't know how. And I just don't get how that's a good. I've tried watching it. I tried watching it over and over again. It's just not for me. And they're like, everybody says it's a good show. I've never seen a good show in The Rookie. Who decides my department? No one decides in my department who gets in the car, and that's the problem. The city garage, which handles all cars in the city, decides who gets new cars. So that guy will send an email to the assistant chief saying, "Hey, this guy is getting assigned a new car." The assistant chief will send the captain, lieutenant, and myself an email saying, "Hey, you just got assigned a new car, go switch it out." No one in my department supposedly has any say of who gets a new car. But I can't vouch that the guy sent the email because they just forwarded the email and I can see where he says, "Hey, I just assigned him a new car." Is academy hard to study? I didn't think so. But I've never been like a hard at test taking, so it laws pretty much just make sense. Now the hardest thing was your sheriff duties, because sheriff's got to handle that civil paperwork stuff, and it's a lot of days to remember. Like you got 30 days to take this paperwork, 15 days to serve it. They got 6 days to return it. You got to remember numbers with like a lot of different processes. And I'm not trying to be a sheriff, but you still got to take the test on that. So that was my biggest thing. Let's see. So we got Makai. Never he unmutes. But yeah, the academy was not hard to study at all. You take your notes in class and study for, I guess, whatever you need to study for. But to me, it wasn't bad. If he goes join a special task force, considering my language skills, my buddy in the police department says some of his buddies in the department get plucked for a special task force. Do you guys do it? Yeah, we got, if you're talking about like federal task forces, yes, we have them. The problem is, once people get in those positions, they tend to want to stay there their whole career. And I don't think it'd be something that I want to do. But a friend of mine said he'll be interested in it. I think it was this week actually. He said that. But there is no telling when that position will open, or when one of those positions will open. Like we have officers with all different types of task force, and I don't even know who they are because you never see them. But it's not something that I would like ever shoot for. I don't think. We're gonna take him off until he.
Yo, hello.
What's up?
Oh, nothing much. How you been?
I'm good, man. You got some video?
Oh yeah, hold on. Gotta clean up the background real quick.
All right.
1 second. Let me find some. Oh, this is crazy. All right, I'm in.
What's going on, man? Is it Makai?
Yeah,
What's going on?
nothing much. Just chilling, doing schoolwork.
Got you. You in college?
No, not yet. I'm a
High school?
junior.
Junior. Got
Yeah.
you. You want to be a cop?
Yeah. My cousin's a detective, so
Nice.
yeah.
Did you
So
have
how
a
long?
question? Oh shit. Did you have a question?
Oh yeah. So I know you've been giving advice and stuff, but is there any like fitness advice you'll give for the police academy? Like I know it's the push-ups and sit-ups and like running, but anything else?
Do you like running?
Yeah,
All right. How far can you run right now?
in like 2 miles.
I will push the 2 miles.
All right.
Go a little further.
Yeah.
Uh, I personally hate running.
Hmm.
I will run. Uh, I'm a sprinter. I'll get you in that first couple a little bit, but once we keep going, I'm gonna be a little tired,
Yeah.
and I might slow down a little bit. But just work on your running, your
Hmm.
push-ups. Get in your stance. Stay there for a little bit because that's what they'll try to have you do. They have you stay in that up position or down position for forever,
Hmm.
and then still want you to knock out so many damn push-ups. Says work on being able to hold your stance. Uh, Sit-ups are a thing, but really the academy is your running and your push-ups.
All right.
Yeah. So I will look up what state are you in.
Massachusetts. I'm in Springfield.
Got you. I will look up your whatever your physical agility test is for
Hmm.
that department or for that state, uh, and try to replicate that somehow too. Whenever you get close to applying.
All right.
Yep.
So I know down here you have to swim. Like they make you do a whole section of swimming in the academy. But do they make you do that down there?
No.
Oh,
Can you swim?
yeah.
That's good, man. I can walk in water, but me trying to swim, they would have to throw me out.
Yeah. And I know you gotta hold like when my cousin was in the academy like 10 years ago, she had to like hold her partner in the water and like rescue them and stuff. It's like
She had to
carrying
do what?
another person. She had to hold her partner in the water, like rescue them and then like swimming back to the shore.
Yeah, no. Hmm. Yeah, I haven't heard of like a local agency making anybody swim. I've heard of some federal agencies maybe doing that, but not local. But that wouldn't be an agency for me.
Yeah.
Because if it goes over my head, luckily I'm 6'2", but if it goes over my head,
Hmm.
it's a done dollar.
Yeah. So I know some agencies like only have like couple squad cars out at night patrolling. Do you guys have a lot out? Or you guys are like limited to a certain amount you can have on the streets?
No, we have so our each team, what we
Hmm.
call it, or a squad, has around 20 people.
No, all right.
So nighttime we'll have two squads out. Now your daytime, obviously, you got everybody. Nighttime, pretty much handled everything with two teams.
Would you ever want to be a detective or a captain in the future?
I plan on working my way up the chain.
Hmm.
I don't know if detective is in my path, but next option would be SRO, school resource officer. That we got a housing unit. I hate to say it, detective may be a last resort,
Yeah.
but that's not really something I'm interested in. Well, what about you? What do you want to do?
Uh, I don't know. I think just after high school, go to some college called Westfield State down here. It's like the best college for criminal justice. So
Gotcha.
I'll go and do that, and then while I'm there, get ready for the academy, and then hopefully make it in. Might want to be a U.S. Marshal in the future, but
Gotcha.
so it's down the road.
Somebody just asked about some task force or something like that, and you can still do local agency. Like we have a officer that is a police officer with us, but
Mhm.
he's duly sworn as a marshal.
No,
That's possible to do. Different agencies may have the different amount of spots they have to do that, but we only got one, but it's still possible. But if you want to go federal, man, that's good too.
yeah. So some departments have like 8 hour shifts and 10 hour shifts and 12 hours. How long is your shift? You work a 12 hour?
Ours are 10 and a half.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
That's long.
30 minutes supposed to be a lunch break, I think. That never happens, but 10 and a half.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Is it possible to be a police officer while also going to college? Yes, we do it all the time. They have academy at night, and they got academy during the day. Pick which one you want, and you can work. Go to the academy. I would just think that you would need to have your full attention on the academy, though. All the extra stuff will get you too confused. Let's see. My goals to join the task force, consider my language skills. All right, did that. Also, yeah, if you got language skills, departments will pay you more for having those. So I speak a little bit of Spanish, uh, but I don't think I speak enough Spanish to go and pass a Spanish test. So I ain't took it. I'm not gonna put myself out there to get embarrassed. Do the test require a lot of math? If so, what should you study? The math is very big. Like I said, my secondary plan was to be a high school math teacher. I love math. I think most of the math is like your middle school math, uh, basic addition, subtraction. I think adding, multiplying, fraction, stuff like that. It's nothing too big. You're not gonna get like some big equation stuff like that. It's just your simple math stuff. Um, as a black man, do you agree with Black Lives Matter? I agree with uh, I guess the premise of Black Lives Matter. Do I agree with the whole organization of Black Lives Matter? No, because that's taken on a different meaning than what it's. I think the premise of what Black Lives Matter was. Uh, so yeah, can you work more if you choose to? You can work. Sometimes you'll have GOT, which is guaranteed overtime. Captains or like assistant chiefs have to ask for that. So they're basically going to email out saying, "Hey, we need extra people to work during this time, and you can take those shifts." But voluntarily just staying over, no, you can't, because they got to pay money for that. So whenever you stay over, you fill out overtime slips, and yeah, most of the time, though, I fill out an overtime slip. I don't even request to get paid. I just request comp time, because once you start averaging in, you stayed over an hour. You just think about that. You stayed over an hour. That's getting taxed. So I'd rather get comp time and go home early one day. Does your department have a tag team? Yes, we do. Am I interested in a tag team? No, I'm not. Can young adults volunteer in their local police departments, or is that only for old people? That is a good learning experience. So, like I said, I did Police Explorers for like 6, 7 years. I started at 14 or 15. I started right after 8th grade, whatever age range that is. Uh, right out of 8th grade, and I aged out of it. So it goes from like 14, 15 to your 21st birthday. Great way to get into the department. Great way to start knowing people. That's your best way. Now, if you're too old to do that, then yeah, there's other places. Police departments always look for volunteers for some stuff. Maybe do an intern if you're in college or something. But there's plenty of stuff you can go to the police department and ask to volunteer. That's free work. They'll put you to work somehow. Now, you still got to go through the background stuff. Any job in the police department, you still got to go through some background stuff. So you may start to be polygraphs about that. I'm just going to be 19 and wanna become a state trooper. What should I do now to become ready? I guess you start getting in shape, and that's really it. Just start getting in shape. What's the difference between putting yourself through the academy and being sponsored? How's that all work? If you put yourself through the academy, that means you're covering all the costs. If you're getting sponsored, that means the agencies are covering some of the costs. Now, I was shocked with the sponsoring thing too, because I thought the sponsoring thing would cover everything. But typically here, like sponsoring covers the cost of books, the tuition for the course, maybe something else. Everything else you still got to pay for. So what I would ask, you're still spending $1,000, $2,000, even when you're sponsored to attend the academy. That's crazy. And if you self-sponsored, that means you're paying everything yourself. So I definitely try to get hired. But if you gotta sponsor yourself or get sponsored, that's an option too. Because a lot of agencies, some agencies won't take you unless you already have the academy, right? And they don't sponsor. So sometimes you got to put yourself through, but I would definitely try to get with an agency that does hire beforehand. And even if they don't, so if you get sponsored by one agency, you don't have to get hired with them. They just sponsor you. And that's it. There's no contract you sign saying, hey, I'm getting hired by you because you sponsor me. No, they just putting up the money for you to go, and you can go work wherever you want to afterwards. Do I think police officers will make more money in the near future? I think everybody's gonna make more money in the near future. You know, once stuff starts going up, it's just how it goes. I don't know. When do I plan to return to school? Hopefully next year. I want to say next year. What was your crazy experience on a traffic stop? I think I told the story. It might have been on a live. I told the story, but I just said this one spot. It's at a car wash, and I parked my car right at the stoplight. And as people drive up, I run tags. And I ran this one guy's tag, and they all people know when you're doing stuff like that. They always try to take off, and it's a grocery store parking lot directly, like right. You turn the corner, make a right turn. The grocery parking lot is right there. So they see you coming, think you're coming. They'll always pull in there. When the dude pulls in there, I go to his car. He rolls the window down a little bit, tells me his name. I get back to my car. He has some warrants. So I call another officer to come. Officer C shows up. Go back up to the car, rolls his window up, and he's like, I asked him to step out. He's not stepping out. Lights up a crack pipe and goes to smoke the crack pipe right in front of us. I don't remember when we started busting. I don't think we busted the window. I think he just I think we were about to bust and he just came out. But yes, that's definitely something. I meant to say that too. I was going to do the giveaway winner in this live video, but not everybody watches it. So there's a video coming out tomorrow in which the winner will be addressed there. It should have came out last week or this week. But it's just been crazy. This week's been crazy, and I ain't had time to do a video. But it's coming out tomorrow. Can I show my flashlight? Streamlight. it's all beat up because that's what happens. But yeah, we don't carry those mag lights. And some officers do. And one officer actually had to use one in a fight the other day. Boy, shit's hurt. Can police officers carry concealed nationally? Yes. How hard was it for me to learn the police codes? Well, I was a police explorer first, so I learned that city's police codes. I came here to this agency. The first 20 are the same, everything else is different, but just writing the 10 codes down, the 10 codes right, and then just quizzing yourself on what you can get right or wrong over and over again. You're trying to remember it. You don't remember it 100% completely because then you get an FTO or you got to listen to the radio and you're like, what the hell are they saying? But for the most part, you should learn most of them before, and then an FTO, you just better become familiar with it. Any advice for someone going to the hiring process? Be honest on all your paperwork and turn it in on time. Don't be late. What kind of light bar do we use? Blue lights. I really wish we did red and blue lights, but it's just blue. Do I have a baton? I do. Another funny story about your time in FTL. I watched a video about your experience. You first got a call and didn't know where to go. I don't really know. It's hard to remember that stuff, man. I know I was a bad speeder. And one of my biggest things was driving past the house. So when you start, you never want to drive up to a house when you get a call, right? You park a few houses away, you walk up. It's kind of that element of surprise. They don't know you're there yet. I would drive so damn fast, and our maps, you can see yourself on the map. So I'll be driving, but there's a delay, right? It's just an arrow showing you going up the street. There's a delay in it. So I'm driving so damn fast that every time I'm like waiting for the arrow to catch up to where the house is. And now I'm 4 houses up the street. So that's my ass getting cussed out. When I got into the last phase of FTO, I tried to use my phone for GPS. Somehow that didn't work. Somebody didn't like that either. I don't know. It's hard to remember certain stuff from FTO or really from anything for me unless I'm reminded of something specific. Favorite weapon on my belt? My baton. I use my baton in a heartbeat. A lot of people won't. I love it. It's a great weapon. Have I ever gotten into a foot chase or a fight with a suspect? Yes. Can you choose your own duty weapon? Yes. Just got to qualify with it. Cause I hate going to alarms and 3 alarms, animal-related calls, and trespass calls. Those are the 3. Alarm, I already addressed alarms. Animal-related calls. This lady called us a few weeks ago and said she came back from camping and a raccoon was in their truck. They got home. The raccoon ran out of the truck, is in her yard now. They dispatched that to me. My supervisor immediately called me or sent me a message on the computer. It was like, yeah, you better be en route to that. See, I already know I wasn't going. I already know I wasn't going to that call. I called her over the phone and was like, yeah, it may be best just to let it run around a little bit, go into the woods, because if I get there, I have to kill it. She's like, no, I don't want that. I was like, I'm sure you don't. Yeah, none of us want that. So yeah, I'll pay stuff off like that. I'm not doing animal related calls. Trespass calls, because a lot of time businesses will call and want somebody to trespass because they did something that day. Tomorrow they'll let them in. And then the day after that, they're upset with them again and they want to trespass. I'm not dealing with that. If I see you let them in one time, that's it. Ain't no more arresting them. You know, I'm changing your mind, arrest them, want them arrested one day, not the next day. So I hate the trespass calls. You got to pay for your gear out of pocket. If so, what did you buy? No, you do not. Do all police departments and sheriffs use only blue lights in the state? No, it's agency specific. Like a lot of agencies around us use red and blues. The sheriff's office use red and blues. It's actually how I'm able to tell who it is. From driving up the street and I see red and blues, I know it's the county. I see the blue lights, I know it's us. But yeah, it's just agency specific. My favorite calls to go to, fights. Love a good fight. I saw the notes you took for your academy classes. How difficult is it to learn the policies, laws? To me, it's kind of interesting to know the laws. I find it interesting to know laws and case law because that is your whole job and that tells you exactly what you can and cannot do. So I love researching laws and researching case law still to this day. That's just me. Can you carry a rifle in your car? Yes, you got to qualify with it. I do not carry one. We have a rifle school you got to go to. I've not went to the school. Have I ever pulled over another officer? No. I pulled over the magistrate right out of FTO. And I really should not have pulled this guy over. I was driving up the street. There's like 3 cars the opposite way. They're all driving, and this car just passes all of them. I'm like, bruh, speeding. How fast is he going? I don't know, but he's speeding. So I'm going to stop him, tell him to slow down. I'm just going to give him a warning. I pull him over, and I've seen the guy before, but I don't really know what it is. Now, if you go on light duty as an officer in my department, they put you different places. At the time, there was a light duty officer at the front desk. And I've seen him, but I didn't know him. And I thought this is who it was when I put him over. So I get back to my car. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? There's nothing going on. I was like, put you up speeding. He's like, I wasn't speeding. But you were. Get back to my car. I pull up his picture on the computer. I'm like, I know this dude from somewhere. I just can't remember. And it wasn't until I got done the traffic stop that I realized it was the magistrate. I think about 2 days later, my lieutenant called me to the office and had to talk to me about that. So, yeah. What do I think you should do? The 2 years of college in my high school. What do you think I should do? The 2 years of college in my high school, or do you think I should wait till after my high school? Are you saying your high school offers college credit courses? Yes, I would take them. I don't know. I'm not really getting your question. I have put over, back to your thing though, I put over several officers from other jurisdictions. But I don't know them. I actually put over we were going to the jail last night, and it's 3 of us going because 2 of these officers got into this damn brawl with this female. So I'm going with them to the magistrate's office to make sure she doesn't fight with them again. And as we're going, we're crossing the street, about to pull into the magistrate's office, and this dude turns right in front of the first officer. So I'm gonna go, hell no. So I pull him over. Well, of course, he sees the 2 other police cars keep going straight and only me pulling him over. So he's like, why the hell is he pulling me over? Well, I get there, he's a bail bondsman. He's like, oh, I just got done doing this bail bonds crap. bailing somebody out. So I apologize. I was on the phone. Okay. I go back to my car, write the ticket. And I go back to my car. And he's like, "You're serious about writing me a ticket?" Yes. He starts saying all type of crazy stuff. Like, I can't believe you doing that. The other two officers didn't do anything. Because they got somebody under arrest. He's like, "Well, I'm a bail bonds, but I just spent 2 hours." Bruh, listen, take a ticket. Is it true that every officer carries a rifle in their squad car because of the North Hollywood shootout? No, it's not true. You either have a rifle or you have a shotgun. Actually, no. I won't say that. They issue a shotgun from the beginning because you qualify for shotgun in the academy. Your rifle, they don't just plain out issue to us. In some places they do, but to us they don't. You got to go through the rifle school for it. And once you get your rifle, you'll have your shotgun, your rifle, and your duty weapon. So you can have both of those in the car. Do I work tonight? No, thankfully. Thankfully. Let's see. Trying to add some. I'm gonna say forget it. But I've been on here an hour. I thank y'all for coming and chatting with me. And y'all make sure to check out that video tomorrow. It'll be out. The giveaway winner will be out tomorrow as well. I have a clip in there of actually how I picked the giveaway winner. I do it by the computer. Let it pick it for me. And see y'all then. All right. Adios. Y'all have a good one, man. Stay safe.